Hello and welcome to Living the Reno and our Ikea kitchen renovation. Our 1960s kitchen is about to get a complete overhaul. Using Ikea's kitchen planner, we figured out a new design, which includes an island, lots of drawers, upper cabinets, a dishwasher, and a range hood. We started by taking everything out of the kitchen and setting up a temporary kitchen in our living room. We saved a lot of the hardware for future use, and we're going to be saving the shiplap from the walls, which is going to be used to clad the new island and the range hood, but everything else had to go. Our kitchen's electrical needed to be completely rewired to the new standards. That, and we needed a whole bunch of new circuits. One for the dishwasher, a built-in Ikea microwave, island plugs, more countertop plugs, and the range hood. We are also running wires for all new pot lights. While pulling out the old wires, we discovered some hidden junction boxes, including one all the way outside on the front porch. We built the two 30-inch cabinets for the island and got them in the right location so that we knew where to run the new wires. We also built these small pony walls to house the island plugs. We had to extend this wall to give more space for the cabinets, and so we had more room for the new island. Once we got our rough-in electrical passed, we started patching all of the holes in the walls, and there were a lot of them. When the patching was done, we put primer on all of the walls, and then we painted the entire ceiling. Now we were ready to get started on the Ikea Rails. Our walls were at a square and the ceiling had a few dips in it, so it took some head scratching to get these in the right place. With all the rails set now came the exciting part of building all of the cabinets. Putting the cabinets together was actually a lot of fun. The first few had a learning curve, but it quickly got a lot easier. We have a bunch of different kinds of cabinets, including a blind wall cabinet, a corner base cabinet, a fridge cabinet, a garbage pull-out cabinet, and many more. We drilled some holes in the bottom of the sink cabinet to get the plumbing lines to fit into it. These large cover panels are going each side of the refrigerator. They were a little bit tricky to cut as the walls were not very flat. It took a bit of trimming to get them just right. We are reusing the farmhouse sink, which is exactly 24 inches wide, which is the same width as this cabinet. We cut out a section for it to fit into and built a plywood shelf for it to sit on. This cover panel is the new edge of where the dishwasher will be installed. These 2x4s are to help with the extra weight of the farmhouse sink. There will be blocks underneath the cabinet also to transfer the load directly to the floor. Now it was time to install new water shutoff valves and set up the new drain system, including hookups for the dishwasher and a future refrigerator water line. We were dealing with some supply shortages, and we did not yet have the cover panels for the stove and this end cabinet. So we attached some smaller leftover panels to get the right spacing in order to secure the cabinets in place, and also so we could get the measurements for the countertops. This countertop is from the old kitchen, and we are using it temporarily on the island as a work surface until we get a live edge wooden slab. We got new quartz countertops installed. This was the only thing in this renovation that we didn't do ourselves. This house has never had a dishwasher. This was a much needed upgrade. We installed a plywood backing to the island. This is going to be clad with the salvage shiplap. This is an Ikea built-in microwave, which is being installed into the island itself. All of the upper cabinets got cover panels on all the ends. We also put up trim underneath the upper cabinets in between the cover panels. We cut and assembled the toe kicks. Ikea makes this part really easy with their clip system. Now it was time for all the upper doors. In case you were wondering, these are axstad door and drawer fronts in matte white. These are also on the 40-inch tall upper cabinets. And then we went around and installed all of the doorknobs. We have a lot of drawers to build in this kitchen. It was definitely an upgrade, but it was well worth the extra cost. All of the drawers got these matte black Ikea handles. It took a bit to figure out the hole spacing as the jig I had was not quite wide enough. Now it was time to install all the new plugs, switches, and the pot lights. The island now gets covered in shiplap. This will all be painted to match the white in the rest of the kitchen. The island also gets this new light. For the sink cabinet drawer, we used a smaller Ikea shallow depth cabinet that we fit inside of the sink cabinet. This is so we could fit it around the 2x4s and the plumbing at the back. We just had to get a little creative with the drawer front, as we needed an 18-inch drawer to fit onto the 24-inch drawer front. Our kitchen has never had a range hood, and in order to install one, we needed venting. This meant climbing up on the roof, cutting a hole and installing a roof vent, then running a vent pipe up from the kitchen. If you are liking this video so far, could you please do us a favor and give this video a thumbs up? It would really help us out. And if you're interested in home renovation videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are building a custom range hood surround. We used some foam board to build a prototype to get the shape just right. After this, we cut up some plywood and built a frame, then painted it black, and then we attached the frame onto the wall and installed the range hood into it. We built some removable panels to cover the front and then finished it off with some trim. We have the quartz countertops installed on the main area of the kitchen, and for the island we are going with a live edge wooden slab. We had to cut the slab to size and then seal it with several coats of polyurethane. Now it was time to install the upper trim on the cabinets. We used some of the Ikea trim and some shoe moldings to tie them into the ceiling. Our ceilings were very uneven, so every piece had to be ripped down to different heights. To finish the kitchen off, we installed a simple subway tile backsplash and contrasted it with a light gray colored grout, and then sealed all of the edges with some white silicone. Thank you for watching our kitchen remodel. If you want to see this in more detail, we have a full playlist of 15 videos. You can check that out here, or there'll be a link in the description below. And here's another video you might like.